In this lesson, we're going to explore the B2B module in Autoura, where you can manage travel agents, control B2B pricing, and generate quotations with different commission structures like +0 and +1. Let's dive in. Now, regarding the B2B module, we're going to move this module a little higher in the order later, but that won't change any of its functionality. Inside the B2B section, the first key area is the tour builder. This is where you can build tours that you sell through agents or B2B partners. If you already have ready-made programs you work with an agent on, you can enter them here manually with full details, day by day, service by service, exactly the way you want them. And when it's time to price, you can price the same program in multiple levels. For example, if your pricing is based on categories like budget and standard, you can define the hotel level for each. Budget might be a 4-star option like Pyramids Park or Barcelona Pyramids, and then you can also price the same itinerary as a higher standard level at the same time. You can also choose whether the program is private or shared, so there's a lot of flexibility in how pricing works. And as we'll see later, the pricing here will be generated automatically. This part is built to be fast, accurate, and consistent. For now, this is just an overview so we understand how the workflow fits together. Now, I'm going to cancel for a moment, because this is not the only way to create programs inside the system. There are actually 2 methods, and both are designed to use modern tools to make your workflow more efficient, faster, and more accurate, and to reduce errors. For example, if an agent sends you a program as screenshots, you can upload them and the system can read from them. Or if it comes in as an email, the system can handle that too. We'll demonstrate this later. In this section, you'll also see your full library of B2B packages, templates, and itineraries. Everything you've created appears here. And here is your partners area. For each partner, you can define their margin. So when you price a program, the margin is already set, and the system calculates it automatically. And of course, you can edit or change it anytime. It's fully flexible. You'll also notice I'm cleaning up the sample data here, because once we start from scratch together, I want you to see clearly how everything connects end to end, so you get one complete picture covering marketing, then sales, then operations and execution, and everything after that, including accounts, all in one place. Now, these are the quotes you generate. Once anything is priced, it shows up here. Next, we have pricing rules. This section is especially powerful, and the reason is simple. Tourism has countless real-world cases, and Egypt in particular has many complex scenarios that don't fit a basic template. So if you have special B2B pricing cases, this is where you build them. Let me give you a practical example. Nile Cruise Transportation. Nile Cruise Transportation is different because it's not one simple transfer. It's a chain of movements and logistics. For example, you might start with a transfer from the airport to the cruise ship. Then you might have transfers for East Bank touring. Then transfers for West Bank touring. In Edfu, you might use horse carriages. In Kamambo, you might walk, depending on how close it is. Then in Aswan, you may need a vehicle again. You might need a motorboat for certain visits. If you're going to a Nubian village, that's another motorboat. Felucca sailing might be a core experience, and the transportation pattern changes depending on the city and the day. So instead of breaking down every single item manually every time, you can create a transportation package for Nile cruise operations and place it here. Then you can define that package based on vehicle type: sedan, minivan, van, minibus, bus. And the system links the pricing automatically based on the number of passengers and the vehicle category. This gives you much more accurate pricing, faster quoting, and less manual work, especially for complex itineraries like Nile cruises. And this is exactly the idea behind pricing rules. You're not rebuilding the same complicated logic every time. You package it once, define it clearly, and then the system applies it consistently whenever you need it.